What's up, guys? So since I'm at home, it's my off day, and there's this crisis. I finally have time to work on the 6th gen, and I guess I could call this restoration because my car does have 300,000 miles. The interior is surprisingly in good condition, not perfect, but how about we change that and make it as good? You guys see that car underneath that tarp? As good as my 7th gen was. At least that's what I thought I thought it was pretty good when I was a freaking teenager. But honestly, the 6th gen's interior is where it's at. So let me show you guys what's about to happen, and I guess I'm gonna call this the first episode of 6GC or 6th gen Celica restoration, and or Resto Mod 2, I guess, because I'm putting in LEDs in the HVAC controls or AC controls. And I got a new faceplate for it, and let me show you guys the door panel. For the 6th gen guys in my audience, as you guys can see, my door panels are really less than ideal. You have that little wrinkle going on right there, all of that ugly stuff right there, and I covered this up. I made this, my mom kind of helped me out, and I mean, it looks okay, just helps hide more of that ugly wrinkling. If you look closer over here, this weather stripping is just freaking terrible. Granted, I'm pretty sure these have 300,000 miles. And the passenger one, I mean, it's starting to get ugly. I hope with time the ones I got won't turn like this. If they do, so be it. But yeah, you see, this is like less than ideal. This one's in much better condition, but let's change that. I have new door cards actually. And since these are coming out, I'm gonna go ahead and make my section feel more premium with some kill mats to make it quieter on the highway or on the road and such in the trunk. And since I'm taking off the door panels, I think I'm gonna do this too. Alright, so luckily my mom has let me have this in the living room for the past basically a month. But so I have new door cards that I covered in Alcantara-ish material. Kind of like suede, I guess you could call it. And as you can see, there's basically none of that ugly wrinkling going on. The weather stripping is intact because these came out of a Celica with only 100,000 miles at a junkyard, which was a 6th gen, which is almost impossible to find. And sneak peek probably for the next episode, I found really good seats, although the driver's side seat's slightly ripped, but it doesn't compare to how nasty my seats look. There's literally like some of the sponge torn out. That's why I have that's why I have the seat covers, honestly. This one, there was a really bad paint spot there. It was just literally just white, and with acetone and stuff, I've managed to get it out, and I mean, it looks okay. Granted, I have kind of worn down the material a little bit, but I mean, it's not too bad. The pattern is just awesome on these. These are similar seats to what I've seen in some of the Celica GT4s, and I mean, I just love the bolstering. I would have gone aftermarket seats, but nothing like OEM if it looks good, especially these Rally Legend seats. And yeah, so I'm going to be swapping these into my car, probably doing the next episode, because today we're focusing on the door panels. There's another view of it, and it looks a lot better. Looks cool. So let's get outside, take off the old door panel, and just cover it up with the kill mats, and put the new door panel on, see how it looks. This one might be more time consuming because I guess whenever they painted the car this came off of, I don't know how in the possible fuck that this could have happened. Like they oversprayed with the door open. I don't know, dude. Probably Makos. Anyway, so I'm just gonna swap this bottom part out from my old door because it's just a plastic and it's fine. Alright guys, door panel is off. In the trash that goes probably. And quick tip for you guys. I believe these are called Christmas tree clips. That's what we call them at the shop that I worked at the body shop. And for the 6th gen, the door clips that come on the side, these little clips that are OEM and they suck because they always pop out or break. I found one of these at the junkyard and I pulled it out of the door. And I had this idea for a while anyway, but I'm glad I pulled it because it keeps the door a lot more sturdy and it stays in there and it doesn't break as easily. Anywho, alright, back to the door panel. And it's funny enough, I was missing that screw and I always wondered why my door panel felt loose. So I'll just go to the junkyard one of these days and get that. So I'm not quite sure what my plan of attack is or where to put it. The kill mats, but we'll figure it out. Thinking about just putting it everywhere and taking this off and putting the kill mats instead. For example, putting it here and then just covering and then just doing a little cutout for the little wiring. The wiring pigtails right there. But we'll see. Alright guys, what we're going to do is just cut this off and apply the sound deadening around it. I guess I'll just end up covering this with a sheet too. If I ever need to access the window regulator to replace it, I'll just cut through it. Put a new one on top, I guess. So, that's the plan of action. You should probably wear gloves, man. This is gonna be so hard to get off my freaking fingers. But, this little this little black stuff that holds that piece together is incredibly annoying. And I got it all dumped here. I'm actually gonna get gloves for this because this is getting messy. So, should I just stick it right there? Or right here, I guess? Because it doesn't look like this really gets in the way of anything. And that'd probably block out the most noise. So, screw it. We're gonna go with that. And wear gloves because this has some sticky residue, kind of like I'm not sure what kind of adhesive this is. I was gonna say seam sealer, but that's definitely not seam sealer. Well, one thing you guys want to do and keep in mind if you're doing sound deadening is you want to get a roller to help you roll on the edges and stuff. Make sure it's completely flush. And yeah, I'm gonna keep doing this just to make sure it's completely flush on the edges. And yeah. You guys can see right there, the edges look relatively well put on. That adhesive seems pretty strong and like it's not gonna go anywhere. And yeah, I'm gonna probably put one right here too and probably call it a day, because this is probably where the most noise comes through from the window. I'm just gonna raise and lower the window actually just to see if it clears. Luckily applying this stuff doesn't take too long. There's nothing to dry. So basically I'm going along and covering any major holes. I'm probably gonna put a little bit of a square here, try to cover this whole thing, and probably call it a day. Maybe put some over here like a little rectangle, and yeah, then I'm ready to put on the new door panel. And I'm basically gonna repeat for the other side, so I guess I won't show you guys that because I don't make just a video ridiculously long. And it's, I'm just basically giving you guys an idea of what I'm doing to make the 6th gen great again. Look at it, it's awesome. So yeah, let's finish putting this on here and see how door panels look like in this final episode. Not final episode, but this first episode of making the 6th gen great again. Alright, I think that's all I'm gonna cover. I covered most of the door and it's looking good. So hopefully this actually sound deadens a little bit, because when I do take this car to Chicago, it has a lot of road noise, so this would hopefully help with that. And even when just driving around, it's not meant to be a fast car, but I'm gonna make this a nice car for now at least, and then maybe 3SGE or GTE swap it. But yeah, I cut out a few important bolt holes just for reference, because if I ever do have to take something out, I didn't really cover any bolts behind here. I made sure not to. Even try to leave the harnesses intact and stuff. But yeah, I rolled it out with this thing, and I did stack it on top of each other here, but I don't think that should be an issue. And yeah, put that one there, and I think we're ready to put the door panel on now, the new one at least. Alright guys, well there it is. The door panel looks amazing. This Alcantara kind of reminds me of, I don't know if you guys have seen the 86 or the FRS or BRZ cross the dash when people wrap those. This looks awesome. I think in my opinion, I think I did a pretty dang good job of wrapping it around the edge pretty well, nice and tight. I kind of messed up here, but no biggie. I think it looks awesome. Man, this door panel I think is the tightest it's ever been on this car. And yeah, I got every single screw in there. I've had spares from the junkyard, so I've made sure to grab those. And yeah, man, the 6th gen I feel like is honestly better than my 7th gen at the moment. The material is better. This isn't just hard plastic. This wrap right here is just, I love it, dude. Like, look at that. It's just like suede when you rub it. And it just looks awesome. That was the worst part of my car. Well, actually, the seat right here underneath is, but we'll get to that in the next episode of making the Celica great again, at least the 6th gen, or restoring the Celica. I don't know. I'll figure out the title. Anyways, if you guys liked it, like it. If you didn't, I'm sorry, dislike it. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you guys think of this door panel. Let me know if you guys want to know how I wrap this, because I do have a few pictures and I can make a video if you guys are interested. Because you know, this can go on a GT4 too. My imagination, this is a GT4. I mean, it's basically the same car interior wise. So yeah, peace guys, and I can't say keep moving forward, that's TJ Hunt's thing. I'll see you guys next time with the Toyota Celica. Peace.